Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside Luke's Ice Center. Cody Decker here with Lions Hockey Live. We thank you for tuning in. If you are anticipating the pregame, we're going to hold off just a few minutes. We're not expecting the warm-ups to start here at Luke's Ice Center to start until 8:30. So if you want to take some time to maybe grab some dinner, do what else you've got to do before the game starts, warm-ups will start around 8:30. We'll come back on to the broadcast at 8:30 Eastern right here on Lions Hockey Live. Stay tuned for tonight's contest between the TCNJ Lions and the NJIT Highlanders. The TCNJ Lions look to pick up where they left off last night after an 8-2 win over the Monmouth University Hawks, while NJIT looks to continue to play tough against the top teams in the league. This is a television broadcast of TCNJ Ice Hockey right here on Lions Hockey Live. Good evening, everybody, and welcome into Luke's Ice Center here in Lawrenceville, New Jersey. Tonight, another Colonial States Collegiate Hockey Conference matchup for the TCNJ Lions as they host the NJIT Highlanders. Cody Decker with you here tonight from Luke's Ice Center. We thank you for joining us here on your probably busy Saturday evening. If you tuned in last night, the Lions able to pick up an 8-2 win against Monmouth last night, able to pick up 2 points and move up to second place in the league standings. So they are currently in a first-round bye position. Andrew Suma named our player of the game last night, able to pick up a hat trick in that game against Monmouth. A couple of key players in that game also. Patrick Coyle had a goal. Ryan Anderson played a big part in that third line as the centerman. Pretty much parked in the slot all night, and he was able to use that to his advantage in a couple good shot opportunities. And also John Fitzgerald, the freshman, in his first start, picking up the victory, only allowing the 2 goals. So it looks like the Lions have a pretty good goaltender. Coach Duca saying after the game Fitzgerald was very, very calm in the game, looked very confident out there, and that's a good sign for the Lions to have that goalie depth. Tonight it will be Mike Lajewski in net for the Lions, making his first start since the 10-2 loss to the University of Delaware. Looking at the NJIT Highlanders coming into today's game, last time out they lost 4-3 against St. Joseph's University last Friday. They are ranked 36th in the Southeast region, currently 6-7 in league play, which is at 7th place. So they are the team that's out of the playoff picture right now and will definitely need some points in order to get back into the top 6 and be in any consideration to be fighting for the conference championship come mid-February. Couple key players to watch for this NJIT team who will be playing league games the rest of the way in their regular season. They are led by forward number 27, Michael Crincoli, 19 games played, 14 goals, 13 assists for a total of 27 points. 4 power play goals and a game-winning goal on the season. Their top defenseman, number 4, William Hoer, 18 games played, 6 goals, 17 assists for a total of 23 points and 2 power play goals on the season. Another defenseman to watch is James Lyle, wearing number 6, 19 games played, 4 goals, 13 assists. Obviously a good facilitator with a total of 17 points, a power play goal, and a game-winning goal on the season. Looking back to the last matchup between these teams, you got to go all the way back to October 21st in 2018. The Lions defeating the Highlanders by a score of 4-3. J.P. Kelly with 2 goals in the game. Will Dimmick had 2 assists, and Albert Gregorio was the goalie in that matchup, making 18 saves on 21 shots, in which the Lions outshot the Highlanders in the game by a total of 42 shots to 21 for NJIT. Leading the charge for the Highlanders in that game was Michael Crincoli with a goal and an assist. William Hoer with 2 assists, and their starter tonight, Martin Parrow, had 38 saves on 42 shots. He will have a second crack at the Lions here tonight. Bit of a chippy game there, 14 penalties combined in the previous meeting. The Lions went 2 for 4 on the power play, while NJIT went 1 for 2. And a couple big things to build on if you're the Lions. If you saw the game last night, you saw it was kind of a step-by-step process in the game. They came out to a 1-0 lead through the first. It was a 3-1 lead after 2, and the game was very close, but Coach Duco saying the team really wasn't concerned since they had a lot of time of possession in their offensive zone. They were able to come out in the third period, put up 5 goals to the Monmouth Hawks 1 and winning the game 8-2. Obviously, again, we're seeing a bit of a step-by-step process here, but the power play was really good last night, and Coach Duco was really able to get everybody on the roster involved on the power play, which you don't really see much, but the fact, again, that the Lions are playing with still 3 forward lines and having now their full 6D man, you're able to do that for Coach Duco, and you have a bit of flexibility. And again, very key for the Lions as well. I mentioned it a lot last night, but I'll say it again. When all the guys get involved and a lot of guys are scoring points in a game, it's obviously going to be very important for them, and that's a key to their success. If they're able to spread the wealth a little bit, they should have success tonight against this NJIT team. And if you're the Lions again, you're at the point now, this is their 16th game played here in league play. So they only have 2 left after this. If you really want to try and get that first round bye and not have to play Friday of tournament weekend, then this is another 2 points they're really going to need. Keep the foot on the gas pedal. And for NJIT again, they have to fight their way. If they lose this game, I thought Coach Duco said last night it was possibly mathematically that the Highlanders would be out of playoff contention. It's going to be very close if they are unable to pick up at least a point or pick up the 2 here tonight. So pregame festivities almost finished. We'll get you the starting lineups and the puck drop in this league matchup between the Lions and the Highlanders up next right here on Lions Hockey Live. Lineups announced, the national anthem played, and we are set to go for some Saturday night hockey here on Lions Hockey Live. We thank you for joining us this evening, folks. I'm Cody Decker, and we will be bringing you the starting lineups now. We'll begin with the NJIT Highlanders. The defensemen, William Hoer and Daniel Mayer. The forwards are Ted Lee and Matthew Lipinski, and centering that line will be Michael Crincoli. For the TCNJ Lions, Matt Kimak is the defenseman, along with Logan Vidusik. The forwards, Patrick Coyle, Kevin Broski, and they are centered by Ryan Anderson. Goalie matchup, we have Martin Parro. For the Highlanders, 13 games played, a 5-4 record, a 5.16 goals against average, and 858 save percentage. For the Lions, it is Michael Lajewski, 10 games played, 2-5-1 record, a 4.55 goals against average, and an 890 save percentage. We are underway, and the Lions are able to chip in deep thanks to Ryan Anderson. Bit of a tumble there from a Highlanders player. That was Mayer in the corner. Taken by Lipinski. He will send towards the blue line, and Vidusik unable to keep in as that chance was blocked by Crincoli. Anderson will play this back. Played towards center off the stick of Broski, but he's unable to handle. Played off the boards by Lipinski, and he will try and send in deep here to be picked up by Vidusik. Back out to the point. A shot is blocked by his own man. Now maybe a 2-on-1 for the Lions. Broski with the shot, but it goes wide. Now Hoer with it. Unable to maintain control. Anderson's shot from the near circle hits off the side of the net. Now Crincoli with it. Will play it off the near side boards. And Vidusik looking to punch it the other way. This is gloved down by Crincoli. Crincoli able to toe drag it. Heads toward the pad of Lajewski, and he makes a good save. Suma trying to poke it out here and sent in deep by Kyle Hilliard for the Highlanders. Lions in transition. D'Alto, good tape-to-tape pass. Suma looking to center and nobody home though. D'Alto to pick it up, and he'll send in deep looking for Dimmick. But he's beat to the puck by Michael Caulfield. Paul Roth going to send us around to his defensive partner there, James Lyle, who we highlighted in the pregame. Rohan Ganta on this. He loses control. And then Benny was trying to make a play there. A shot stick save for Michael Lajewski. This play to center, picked up by Lyle. And Lyle will send in wide of Lajewski's cage. He's going to come out and play this. And a good pass for D'Alto. D'Alto able to backhand it in. Only to be taken by Adrian Wong. Dan Martin causing some fits. Martin having a good stretch of games here. 4 goals in the last 3 for Dan Martin. Matt Lajewski to this and into the corner. Kelly looking to center it for Martin. Deflects off a stick and able to be kept in by Dugan. Up ice, kept in by Mark Teachin, on for his first shift of the night. He gets it over to Matt Lajewski, looking to center it, but it goes off a skate. He was just looking for Martin there, and Dugan will just punch it around. In the corner, scrum comes loose to Martin. Martin with the shot, but it's blocked by the defenseman James Copeland. Teachin up the near side, another centering pass. Martin is centering this line with Kelly and Lajewski, and he's working that slot area pretty well. Martin able to tap this to Lajewski. Lajewski losing his footing there in his check to the boards. Kelly able to send it back to Teachin, and he will send it over to the far side corner. Highlanders could use a clear. Instead, they're going to take a chance in transition. This one sent down by Copeland. And Lajewski will come out and play this. In the corner, Teachin able to send a pass up for Suma. That's Coyle. Now across for Broski, looking for a cutting Coyle, but a stick save there for Parro. To center ice, glove down by Vidusik, but he can't glove it down clearly. He's going to have to retreat. Good help from the goaltender there, Matt Lajewski. And that one sent in deep. Only to get it is Vidusik. Now the Lions have numbers. Vidusic looks to go, but offside are the Lions. Coyle was a few steps offside there. 15:49 to go in the first period. Shots on goal, 2-0 in favor of the Highlanders. And a face-off won by the Lions. They just punch it in to the Highlanders zone. Taken by Roth. He's able to get a pass up. That one's sent into the air. And a chance from the near side circle, but a stick save for Mike Lajewski on Rohan Ganta. In the corner, battle for the puck. Kimak very involved there. And the Lions defense able to get this up for Suma. Loses control, and it's punched in deep. Kimak is checked. Does enough to get this over. And Kimak very aggressive early on here. Lions unable to get this out, though. Having a bit of trouble handling the puck, and you can see all 5 Highlanders are in the zone here on the forecheck. Kimak able to shovel this up the far side. It'll be taken by Roth, and Dialto able to make a check on the play. He ends up falling to the ice. This puck gets to Lajewski, and he will play to the far side. Dan Martin on this, and he will play it across for Vidusic. Vidusic up for Dialto, able to clear the zone. That one will be sent ahead, and the Highlanders reset. Kimak on this puck. Kimak's pass taken away, and a shot there is blocked in front. Martin able to get it first. Tries to play it up for Kelly, but the Highlanders doing an excellent job of defense on their offensive half of the ice thus far. Looking for a centering pass a little too far. Comes out and a shot deflection, and a stop there for Lajewski. Into the corner, sent through. Able to get a stick on it is Lajewski. And now the other way, J.P. Kelly. Kelly will send in deep. To be picked up by Christian Culp for the Highlanders. A shot there, it goes wide for Patrick Williver, earning the hard hat last night for his good performance on defense. That one sent into the Lions zone. Looking to start this rush is Benny. Gets it over to Williver. Williver will send it around. It's going to be played here by Para. Losing the side of the net. But checked there was Anderson. This comes out to the near side. Williver looking to send it through, and a hard shot. Covered up by Pero. Although he really didn't have a clean firm on that cover-up. 12:54 to go in the first. And no score yet here from Luke's Ice Center. For you Highlanders fans, Para tonight wearing number 41 instead of his usual number 30. Williver looking to send towards net, but it's blockered away by Para. Now in transition, Lipinski sending it over, but the Highlanders offside. Top line out here for the Highlanders of Lee, Lipinski, and Crincoli. Lipinski and Crincoli, 2 of the top 3 point scorers for the Highlanders. As they look to play this across. Good speed here from William Hoer. Hoer with the shot. Tough angle, goes wide. Broski looking to play this off the boards, glove down, and the Lions do get this out. Having a step is Anderson, and he's able to wipe out a possible icing call there. This is played up the far side. Ted Lee on it. Able to play it up. And that one hits off a Lions player. And now Teachin will send towards net from way past the blue line. Hoer going to drop this down. Highlanders send it out. Spinning puck handled by Dialto. His pass, looking to get it to Dugan. What a good back check here from the Highlanders. D'Alto over for Suma, gets it to Will Dimmick. Dimmick, far circle, drops it back. The shot is handled by Michael Caulfield in front. Arm is up. Icing called here against the Highlanders. 11:24 now to go in the first period. Highlanders, after facing some time in their defensive zone, will have to keep their players out there. Face-off win here for the Lions. Shot thrown towards the crease by Dugan, but it was blocked in front and taken away. This is now Paul Roth. Roth jamming it up against the boards. Dugan trying to take it away. And it'll be played to the corner for Kyle Hilliard. Trying to work this up the far side. Back to the blue line for Roth, who sends to the corner. Centering pass cut out. Puck loose by the crease and swept out to the corner. Up the near side, D'Alto losing possession. Using Dimmick there for a helper pass. D'Alto, good drop back for Suma, and he had an opportunity there. High stick called here against Dimmick. And play stops. 4 shots on goal apiece at the 10:36 mark here in the first. Face-off will come in the neutral zone. Face-off won by the Highlanders. Dumping in from center is Adrian Wong. Badusik. Good handles here, spinning it, but gets it taken away from him. A lot of play from behind the red lines thus far. And both teams just trying to get the defense out of position. A shot chance whiffed at there and into the corner by Michael Barrera. Far side. Christian Cope on it. Bouncing puck goes wide. Barrera on this, going to send in deep. And around for James Copeland. Lions are able to get this out of the zone, though. No icing as it doesn't get to the red line. Takeaway here. Dan Martin with the shot and a great save for Perro. Perro having the easier save opportunities thus far. Highlanders doing a really good job of positioning in their offensive zone, getting that puck in deep and spreading out along the zone. They're able to cause some disruptions in that slot area. Williver sending in deep here. And then we'll come to John Janone for the Highlanders. He's going to send it to the near side now. Dimmick facing some traffic here, and he's just going to drop it back. Set up for D'Alto. Now Suma drops it back for D'Alto. D'Alto with the shot. It's blocked in front. Comes loose, but covered up. As spreading out there is Perro. Shots now swaying in the Lions' favor. You can see what they're trying to do in transition. They're trying to get a shot opportunity. They're not really sending in deep and taking a chance to see if they'll get possession. They want the shot right when they come into the zone. Shot there. Another block shot for this Highlanders defense. And a hand pass called here, and Dimmick better be careful. Along with Crincoli, as they collided after the play. Faceoff will come near the Highlanders bench on the far side. Anderson to take it against Lipinski. And Anderson on the faceoff win drops it for Dugan, but it's played into the Highlanders bench. If you tuned in right before face-off, I showed you the Colonial States Collegiate Hockey Conference standings. As Coyle has it, but his shot is blocked. He tries to backhand towards net. Lions in second place and the Highlanders in seventh. Crossed here for Anderson, looking to send it towards net. And that bounced off of Perro and out of the zone now. Possible 2-on-1 for the Highlanders, comes loose. But a good defensive back check there from Dugan. Now the other way, Coyle. A little tangle with the defenseman's stick there. Teachin playing this up for Broski. Now Martin with it, tries to navigate through, loses possession. Tried to get Kelly involved there as well. Good job by Kelly on the disruption. Kelly centering it. Broski with the shot, and it goes wide. Kelly sending in, and falling to the ice there was Broski. Now Martin on this, looking to center it, but it's shoveled out by the Highlanders. Bouncing puck, foot race, and it's good speed from Hilliard to negate the icing call here. Into the corner, played up the far side, and chipped by James Lyle, but it goes into the Lions bench. Hits off a Lion, so the puck will stay in the TCNJ zone. 7:29 to go in the first period. Martin to take this face-off against Copeland. And a face-off win for Copeland. Highlanders try to center it there, but a little communication issue there. As now Martin on this for the Lions in transition. Backhands a pass, but Matt Lajewski couldn't find his way towards the post. Lajewski trying to find the handle here. Played off the boards and now up by Sikorjak. This is now Copeland on it. Copeland with the shot. Save Lajewski. Kelly on this, sends it around. And across, nice move with the shot. A save by Perro on Dan Martin. Penalty coming here against the Highlanders. It's our first call of the day. It's a high sticking penalty. It's the forward, Dennis Sikorjak, on the penalty. 2 minutes for high sticking at 13:09. First power play chance for the Lions tonight. Again, they went 3 for 5 in the game at Monmouth last night. Their mark before that game, 16.4% overall. While the Highlanders' penalty kill, pretty successful, 78.1%. As Dimmick has this now, the shot is blocked. Martin on this. Looking to get some help from Dimmick there. They are working this along the near side. Martin with it, faking, looking to center, and nobody home, and cleared by the Highlanders. Mike Lajewski going to play it back. And now the other way, Teachin towards the blue line. Looking to work this with Benny. Benny tripped up and then falls to the ice. Now the other way, Teachin, possible 3-on-2, drops it back, the shot, and a great blocker save for Perro. Shot attempt there came from Dimmick. And now the other way, shorthanded, possible 2-on-1. Sliding, sends it over, looking to go tic-tac-toe, but a good job by Matt Kimek back there. Teachin the other way, odd man rush, drops it back for Dimmick. Dimmick to the point, Kimek from the far circle, and a shot, blocker save for Perro. Dimmick on it again, able to get it to the point for Kimek. Looking to send towards net. Deflects off Martin in front. 15 seconds left on the penalty and a clear for the Highlanders. Maybe one last chance for the Lions as the Highlanders get fresh legs on. D'Alto. Get some help from his goaltender, Lajewski. And that one wound around. Penalty expires. The Highlanders able to clear that power play chance. Kimack off the boards, able to get this up for Kelly. Again, we're back to even strength now. As Matt Lajewski has this, dropping it back for Suma. Good move. But unable to maintain possession of the puck. As this one's taken away, great takeaway, a shot just goes wide for Matt Lajewski. D'Alto playing it in deep. Suma spinning, able to hold the control of the puck here. Centering the shot, and a good save for Pero, even though he really didn't know where the puck was. And not necessarily sure why Pero's trying to adjust the net as play was going on, but beats me. I've never played goalie, so I wouldn't know. 4:05 to go in the first period. And the shots heavily in the Lions' favor now at 11-6. Face-off one here by the Lions, but taken quickly away here for NJIT. They send it in deep. And Mike Lajewski able to play this off the boards, and Kelly will play it back here for Pat Wilver. Wilver up the far side, Dan Martin on it. Little tic-tac-toe here for the Lions. Trying to center it. That's Coyle in the slot. He'll give chase to this puck. It's played back. Wilver holding the zone. Able to center it. Martin. And they send back to the point. Now the shot. Blocked in front by the stick of Howard. Highlanders the other way. And big miscommunication there as they're offside. Coming across there was Mayer. .319 left to go in the period. Face-off is won by the Highlanders, but that face-off win is going to go all the way back deep in the Highlanders zone. Up the far side, deflects off the stick of Andrew Suma, and the puck will come out to the neutral zone. Both Coach Duco and Andrew Suma telling me last night having Kelly and Kimack back is huge. And I think they both use the word huge, if I'm not mistaken. So it's very important that these guys are back out here. Obviously, Kelly, one of the top scorers, and Kimack, bit of a two-way defenseman as we're seeing as he comes back to the ice this semester. Looking to center it. Punched out by Teachin. Now Kelly able to send this up. Could have had a 2-on-1. Suma able to give chase to the puck, though. It comes to Ryan Anderson. Anderson with the shot. He scores! Ryan Anderson! The first pass didn't work, but a good disruption from Suma. Able to drop it back to Anderson, and the Lions with a 1-0 lead. (17:22) into the first period. Anderson assisted by Suma. And on the 12th shot on goal, the Lions come out in front. Face-off one here by the Highlanders. Lajewski going to play it back for Teachin. And unable to get it out of the zone are the Lions here. Jamming it up against the backboards. Teachin able to get it around. And Dan Martin able to keep control. Plays it over to Lajewski. Now Lajewski over for Teachin. And Lions trying to figure out how they can get rid of this pressure. A pass looking for Dan Martin, and a good opportunity and a good idea. But the Highlanders were able to pick up the puck. In the corner. Comes loose. It'll come to Michael Juski, and he'll just stop to cover it up here with 1:48 to go in the first. And now you're seeing the versatility of Andrew Suma. You can put him anywhere, and he can create opportunities. Now on this third line tonight with Anderson. Makes a big difference, and we've seen a little bit of a shakeup of lines so far. Highlanders able to come away with this. The shot by Copeland is blocked. And now the other way, D'Alto. Good moves with the shot. Stick save, Parro, and he covers up. That is Anderson again knocking at the doorstep there on that rebound opportunity. Anderson now out there with D'Alto and Kelly. D'Alto with the shot. Kelly got a stick on it, but it went into the corner. Sikorajac looking to get this out of the zone. He's pressured by Anderson. Centering pass, shot. Deflected, and Parro was able to get a piece. Copeland now facing pressure from Kelly, able to get this over to William Howard. Howard up ice, knocked down by Benny, and Kimak sends to the far side. Kelly just going to send this back into his own defensive zone. Benny on this, playing it up. It's off a skate. And back to retreat it is Daniel Mayer. Over for Lee. And a good hold by Dan Martin, just coming back onto the ice. Comes loose. Suma, slap shot, glove save for Parro. .4 seconds remaining in this first period. And the Lions with 15 shots on goal already. You can tell the momentum from last night slowly coming into this game. As this puck comes loose, Kimak delivers a hit, able to slide, and a shot saved by Wojcicki, and he hits it off the post. Great save. Kimak did all he could do to try and stop that and help out his goaltender, and when the sticks collided, it was clear a clean shot was not going to be able to get off. It almost went past Wojcicki, but he does just enough to keep it away from the blue paint. Shot there, deflection, comes loose. And it went wide of the net. Arm is up here. And it's going to come against the Lions. And now the Lions are saying he got it. We're going to have to sort this out. The Highlanders certainly touched the puck. If there was a penalty on them, we might be getting one both ways. And I don't know. We'll have to see what happens here. It's Dimmick going on the scoreboard here for 2 minutes. That looked to be a slashing penalty. And also to the box will be Concoli to start the second period. Concoli and Dimmick were tied up earlier in the period. But nonetheless, we are through one, and the Lions lead 1-0 off the goal from Ryan Anderson, assisted by Andrew Suma at the 17:22 mark. Shots on goal. 16-7 in favor of the Lions early, and they're getting back to predominantly playing offense. They certainly had more time in their offensive zone. The Highlanders doing well in getting some good transition opportunities, especially late in the period. They had to get their feet going in order to get those opportunities. But for the Lions, we're seeing some chemistry now building with the three offensive lines, even though we are seeing a bit of mix-ups here. Obviously, you saw Suma towards the end of the period back on with Dimmick and D'Alto as well. sometimes out there with Dan Martin. So, again, when you're flexible like that with your players and you know it can work, obviously Coach Duco's doing something right. And his team is out to the 1-0 lead through the first 20 minutes of play. We're going to come back with the first intermission report. Then we'll have the second period puck drop up next right here on Lions Hockey Live. Stay tuned. And we're back here with the first intermission report. The Lions with a 1-0 lead through the first 20 minutes of play. The lone goal coming from Ryan Anderson at the 17:22 mark, assisted by Andrew Suma, and you can give a secondary assist to J.P. Kelly. Now the situation towards the end of the period, we have Miners against Will Dimmick, 2 minutes for cross-checking, and that came after the initial whistle. Michael Crincoli's penalty was the slashing penalty that happened during play, just about 10 seconds maybe before the period ran off. So we're going to have 4-on-4 play for the first 2 minutes in the second period, and I think that would favor the Lions just based off what I've seen so far offensively for both sides. It's clear with open ice, the Lions get a little more creative. They're able to rotate really well with the 4 guys, and if they're able to get the puck in deep and establish some pressure, then I can see them having the upper hand. But we have seen some really speedy skaters out there for NJIT, so we'll see how the 4-on-4 fares to start the period. Could be a momentum shifter for NJIT, or the Lions could really pile onto their lead if they set their minds to that goal. So we're about 5 minutes away from the second period of action. We'll have it up here for you next, right here on Lions Hockey Live. And welcome back to Luke's Ice Center, everybody. Second period action coming here in this Colonial States Collegiate Hockey Conference matchup between the TCNJ Lions and the NJIT Highlanders. The Lions with a 1-0 lead through the first period. Cody Decker with you, bringing you today's presentation of TCNJ Ice Hockey. And the Lions really picking off where they left off last night. And they are dominating the time of possession in their offensive zone, doing a good job of moving the puck around, getting it into some high chance areas of their offensive zone. Ryan Anderson's goal coming from the slot area there after a puck was jammed at the far side, but Suma was able to make a really good play to drop it back to him, and Anderson took it from there. As for the Highlanders, Perro's played really well, making a couple key saves on the Lions forwards thus far. And you can tell the Highlanders have a good sense of speed out there on the ice. Just had a couple of miscues in transition, just getting that puck through the neutral zone and getting it cleanly into the Lions' defensive zone. We'll see if they can clean that up going into this period. 4-on-4 for the first 2 minutes. Dimmick for cross-checking. And Grincoli for the Highlanders called for slashing at the end of the first period. As we switch sides here, the Highlanders able to get this in deep. Ted Lee on this. He's checked to the boards and down to the ice by Kimak. Kept in, shot goes wide for Daniel Mayer. Another shot, tough angle, heads into the corner. Martin looking to play this up, but just going to be chipped in deep by Mayer. Martin facing a back check there, able to get it across for Teachin, now for Kimak. Kimak going to slide this down ice. Dan Martin by the blue line, fires a shot, a save by Perro. Lions love if they have the opportunity with the extra man or with more open ice to cherry pick a player by that blue line. Pass connected there, and Martin did have a chance from that near side circle. We're 50 seconds into the second period, 1:10 left on the penalties. Is this coming to the slot? Good move by Martin here with a shot and another save by Perro. Dan Martin playing really well over the last couple games. Again, he has 4 goals in his last 3. Anderson losing the handle here. Played up by Roth for the Highlanders, able to get it to Hilliard. Hilliard and Benny boxing out for position, centering, but it comes to the point. James Lyle up the far side, the shot blocked and handled by Caulfield. Caulfield able to play this up for Hilliard. Hilliard looking to drop it back. The shot saved by Lajewski. Rebound chance gloved and into the corner. Now Caulfield looking to send it across. Take it away. Anderson able to stay onside. Slap shot and a pad save for Perro. Highlanders deep in their own zone looking to send up ice. It'll be played by Benny. Penalty expires. We're back to 5-on-5. Miscommunication there. Arm up icing called against the Lions. 17:54 to go in the second period. Dimmick to take the face-off against Lipinski. And a face-off win by the Lions, but Benny plays this off the protective netting. And the puck will have to stay in the Lions zone. Lions are allowed, though, to change here. For NJIT, 12 points, 7th place If I remember correctly, I think they're 5 points off of the 6th place spot, so all the wins they can possibly get are important at this stage. And like I said at the beginning of the broadcast, all of their games will be league games going forward. They have 4 games left after this one. Played up ice off the skate of Lipinski. And into the boards there. Referees have been a bit loose, letting the players play a little bit. As this is sent up the far side, Vidusik across for Suma. Suma, great job. Kimek cross ice pass, done, scored! Will Dimmick! Great surge by the Lions. Had the man advantage in their offensive zone. And it's 2-0 TCNJ. The ability by Kimek to start that play, and with his speed up the near side, able to play it across to Dimmick. Excellent, excellent passing right there. Can't really do it any better. Now the other way, this is Matt Lajewski. Looking to get it up to Dan Martin. He's a bit tied up there. And J.P. Kelly able to send this into the corner. Comes loose. Kelly in the slot, faking a shot, then sends it through to Paro, but he's able to shut the door on it. We'll give Kimek an assist on the goal with 2:56 for Will Dimmick. And Kelly winning the face-off here, able to drop it back for Dugan, but puck kind of stuck here as both teams battling for it. Able to clear the zone is Michael Caulfield. Teachin facing a back check here, though. It'll be dropped now for Ganta. Ganta checked by the opposite 11, Dugan. That puck deflects into center ice. And the Highlanders will look to restart this rush. Trying to get it up for Caulfield off the boards, played by Ganta. Ganta tripped up. And Dugan arguing a little with the referee here. Highlanders get the extra attacker on. Delayed call coming. Caulfield able to send it to the point. Across. Back the other way. A shot saved by Lajewski, and he shuts the door. Excellent opportunity there for the Highlanders, and they will have to try to get more chances like that with the extra man on this power play. Dugan called for tripping at 4:30. First power play chance today for the Highlanders, working at a 16.9% rate, while the Lions before last night's game at 86.4%. As an early clear by the Lions, but Anderson makes contact with his stick to one of the Highlanders players, and they call a trip. The stick was a little high for a trip, but again, I've never worn a striped shirt either, so 2 for 2 tonight. I don't know what I'm talking about, apparently. Anderson for tripping at 4:51. Now a 5-on-3 power play for the Highlanders. Played to the point, and they're going to take their time to set up a good shot opportunity here. Hoer playing it across. His shot from the point. Pad save for Lajewski. And Dan Martin doing the smart thing of clearing down the ice. Paro on it. Look at Dan Martin. Nice forecheck here. Almost had a handle of that. And now the Highlanders break out. Lipinski stopping. looking to send it across, and Hoer couldn't get to the puck there. Hoer drops it back. This is Lyle. Cross-ice pass. Pass was too bouncy there. Teachin trying to get it out, but it comes out towards the NJIT bench. Hoer across, but looking to pass before he handled the puck was Lyle. And a penalty coming here against the Highlanders. That puck sent down. Lajewski will come off. It's touched off by Pero. And what could have been a golden opportunity for the Highlanders to get on the board could be inhibited a little bit with this hooking penalty. And Michael Crincoli, is going to head to the box for the second time today. Crincoli for hooking at 5:47. And now a 4-on-3 power play for the Highlanders. Lions send out Kelly, D'Alto, and Kimak. Kelly does win the zone. D'Alto just going to play this back. And Kimak with a good use of the boards there as that goes behind the cage. Highlanders looking to start up a rush here. Good tape-to-tape pass for Lee. Lee waiting at the blue line. Gets past the defense, looks to throw it on, but a good pad save for Lajewski and a clear by the Lions. Mayer sending it across, chipping into the zone. And now Kelly with it, and he's just going to send it down. Dugan comes out now, 4-on-4. And the Lions kill off their first penalty. 13 seconds till Anderson comes out, and the Lions will have a power play chance. Sending down is Hoer. And now a possible 3-on-2, could be 4-on-2 with Anderson hopping back on. Kelly can't handle the pass, though, from Benny. Lions killing off their second penalty, now shorthanded. Hoer looking to center, comes out to the point, shot, and a blocker save for Lajewski. Looking to send it down, the pass not clean, goes off of Anderson though, and Pero swipes at an opportunity to clear the puck. Will Dimmick in control. Circling, centers it, Anderson, shot, and what a great glove save for Pero. Excellent job by Dimmick. Navigating his way through the offensive zone, looking for the best opportunity, and Anderson was right where he needed to be. But Pero flashing the leather on that save. Cross-ice pass, shot, pad save, Pero, rebound chance negated there. I believe that was Martin in the slot. Comes loose to Martin, sliding at it, but taking him away. Still shorthanded. Now the penalty expires, and the Highlanders kill off that Lions power play. Up for Anderson. Now Dan Martin on it. Sending it down. And the Lions will get some fresh legs onto the ice. Picking it up is Lyle now for the Highlanders. Lyle up the near side. Just going to dump in. And a great job. Good hustle there from Travis Benny on that back check. Crincoli thought he had a clear lane to the puck. As now Christian Culp on this. Winding it around. And now Kimak on it. Able to send this puck out. And now Culp on it. Plays in the neutral zone, Barrera. And crosses the blue line. But the Highlanders are offside. They have to reset. This one thrown down ice. Bounced off defender. Now Martin with it. Looked to get it to Kelly, but Kelly thought he had to go back on defense. Highlanders laser that one towards the Lions bench. Everybody looks to be okay. And both teams will change. 11:04 left in this second period. Shots on goal 22-11. In favor of the Lions. If you remember the totals from last game, the Lions exactly doubled the shots on goal. that the Highlanders had. So right now we're still at that pace. Something to keep an eye on. Sent towards that bouncing puck. Rebound try on a tough angle, but handled by Pero. That shot opportunity came from Suma. Looking to play it through the legs of Kimak Caulfield. He tried to play it down. Suma gets checked, and he'll deliver one back. Kimak now faces a check, and there's a tripping call coming against the Highlanders. Rohan Ganta on the penalty. Ganta 2 minutes for tripping at 9:29. Lions power play so far today, 0 for 2. But an opportunity to put up a third goal, and they're going to keep going with what works as Anderson's out there with Martin and Suma. Correction, that's Dimmick out there. Benny to play this behind the cage, and he's going to allow Dimmick to be the leader of the pack here. This played over to Teachin. Mark Teachin able to play the near side corner. Martin with it. It was loose, and Anderson smartly picking it up here. Centers it, Martin. Tees up a shot. Glove save, Pero. Teachin sending it back, unable to hold. And Benny is able to get it back for Teachin. Teachin thinking about it. Going to send up for Anderson. Anderson waiting patiently for his teammates. Now Teachin able to play it back. Benny throws a shot on and a score! Travis Benny! Well placed, top shelf, rattled the water bottle. And the Lions are on a roll here. Benny's power play goal at 10:26, assisted by Mark Teachin. Third goal, 24th shot on goal. And right now the Lions operating at 12.5% conversion rate on their goals compared to their shots on goal. Now Kelly looking to make work of this. A shot goes wide. Backhanding, tough angle, and deflects, but straight down to the ice. This one sent up. Kyle Hilliard on it. And now Matt Lajewski able to punch it ahead. J.P. Kelly with it. Kelly to the point. Vidusik able to get to the puck. Plays it to the corner. And backhanding over for Coyle. Coyle gets checked, losing possession of the puck. And able to be kept in by Dugan. Kelly up off a defender. Coyle looking to send towards the cage. And the puck now stuck there. Coyle coming out with it. Coyle, backhand. Save, Pero, rebound is taken away. Michael Caulfield on it. Uses his hand, hits it twice, backhanding it. Unable to get a clean shot off, though. Good pressure there from Vidusik. Cross ice, slap shot. Not enough on it for Lyle. Now Copeland with it. Just going to backhand it into the zone. Vidusik on it. He'll play up ice for Suma. Suma unable to handle it, though. And now at center, Dimmick. Nice shovel pass over to the far side, and Vidusik will dump this in. Good poke check here from Suma. Suma centering. Navigating shot off the crossbar. Will Dimmick, golden opportunity. But the crossbar said no thank you. Great opportunity right there. Excellent job by Suma on the back check. And if there's a man you want shooting it in the slot and having the best chance to put it in, it's certainly Dimmick. But just rang it off a little too high there. Face-off won by the Lions. Martin backhanding it. Looked to be a shot there, but it's blocked. And now back at center. Williver able to play this up. D'Alto looking to get it to Suma, but a good intercept by Mayer. Sent up to flex off a Lions stick, and this will be played by Michael Ajewski back for Benny. Now Lipinski will throw this into the corner. And Benny with a good takeaway here, but he's checked to the boards. Sent out towards the circle, nobody home. D'Alto across. Andrew Suma on this. Dropping it back, past Dimmick, gets it to Williver, but Williver loses possession. Nonetheless, it's thrown down ice, and the Highlanders will have to stay on the ice because they have iced the puck. 6:36 to go in the second period. 3-0 your score in favor of the Lions. Update for you NHL fans, it will be the Central Division against the Metropolitan Division in the All-Star Game final. I saw the Central beat the Pacific 10-4 in their first round game. Vidusik on this shot and a save by Pero. .6:29 now to go in the second period. That's the 25th shot registered by the Lions on net. As a big Devils fan, proud of the Metro Division to get to the finals against what's a really good Atlantic Division this year. Now back to this one. The Lions on this. Anderson handled the puck there, but two players collided, and both of their sticks ended up on the ice. Now Dugan with this at center, going to throw it to the near side boards. Broski trying to handle, and Coyle was behind him trying to do the same. It's taken now by Ganta. He just winds around to behind the cage. And a good clear there by Matt Kimak. At center, good cross-ice pass. Kimak looking to get this up. Can't clear the zone, though. A shot, and two players collide. Comes loose in the slot, but handled by Matt Kimak. Kimak up for Coyle. Going to play this off the boards, trying to use his speed there, but first to it is William Hoer, and he has other ideas. Hoer sending down ice. Icing called here against NJIT. Good job there by Mike Lajewski. Had his eyes on that all the way down and decided he didn't have to play it. 5:17 now to go in this second period. And we're going to stop play, as it looks like players weren't set. So you see the goals tonight. Anderson, Dimmick, and Benny. Players who have really made a difference in the last couple of games. As now Williver facing a hefty back check from the Highlanders in his own defensive zone. Teaching on this. Able to play it up for Matt Lajewski. Cross ice for Dan Martin. Martin slowed his momentum there. Couldn't hold on to the puck, but this one now dropped back. Williver with a shot and a save by Pero. I believe that's J.P. Kelly getting checked out next to the Lions bench. His arm or hand seems to be a bit shaken up here. But he's going to put his helmet on. Looks like he'll come back into the game. 4:41 left in the second period. As Williver plays this across, Teachin will decide to just punch it towards the corner. And a scrum near the post. And now the other way, the Highlanders facing some tough defense from Teaching. Comes out to Ted Lee. Lee, backhand pass. Looking to throw a shot on, bouncing, rebound, and a score. Ted Lee on that goal there on the rebound, and the Highlanders get one back. Lee at 15:49 in a goal where the Highlanders had a hard time initially getting through as they passed the blue line, but they were able to hold control of the puck and made something happen, just kept really throwing it towards Lejewski, and a loose puck found Lee's stick, and he was able to bury that goal. But those might have to be the chances for the Highlanders to get, and they're going to have to make those count at this point. Penalty called here against the Lions, and Coach Duco is not happy with the call. And that's the captain, Will Dimmick, going back to the box, his second time in there tonight. Dimmick for cross-checking, which is what he was called for the first time as well, this time coming at 16-12 in the second period. Coach Duco looking for a bit of an explanation there. Now the Highlanders on this. Place to the point and over. Cross ice off a skate in the slot area. NJIT so far 0 for 2 on the power play. Slap shot there and a stick save for Lejewski. Played back towards the point, sliding, and now taken away, and they call a hand pass. Not sure about that one either. I was assuming with a good diving play. Blocking it with his stick initially. Couldn't really tell if he got his hands on it. But nonetheless, it's a crucial call as the Highlanders get an offensive zone face-off. Teach and check there. Sent back towards the blue line. Hoer, cross ice for Mayer. Back to Hoer. Over to the circle, the shot, and a glove save for Mike Lejewski. Kimack and Hilliard tied up now. .119 left on the penalty to Dimmick. 3:06 left in the period. Face-off one here by the Highlanders. Played it across. Mayer over to the circle. Caulfield surveying. Still has it. Plays it back over for Mayer. Mayer to the far side. Caulfield and Mayer working this. The shot. And a score! Daniel Mayer. Two guys touching the puck, just Mayer and Caulfield working it across. And now the Highlanders make this a one-goal game. Power play goal for Mayer, assisted by Caulfield at 17-17. Highlanders now 1 for 3 on the power play. Face-off one here by the Highlanders. A shot sails over the crossbar. Tough angle try, but it hit off the side of the net. Another shot, tough angle, goes wide. And now the Highlanders, high tempo, able to work the puck around and making good things happen. taking advantage of a penalty by the Lions, along with a bouncing puck on their first goal. In which the Lions couldn't clear that from that slot area. Teaching over now for Kelly, and he's able to play this across. It deflects off a stick. It'll be handled by Paul Roth. Up ice. Giving chase, James Copeland. Copeland sending towards net. Handled by Matt Lajewski, and his helmet comes off, and some pushing after the play. So they're going to sort this out. Dugan going to the box. Lajewski going to the box. And for the Highlanders, it's going to be Dennis Sikorjak. I'm going to call them all roughing penalties. At the 18-16 mark here in the second. So this should be an advantage for the Highlanders. Okay, my cameraman Dennis pointing out to me that they put a second guy in the box. So we will have even strength. I'd be surprised to see 3-on-3. I point out Dennis, and I was able to get the team away from the huddle and move Dennis over to my camera operator spot here on Lions Hockey Live. He's done an excellent job thus far. I appreciate his help so far this season. And I think he's hitting the road with us to Scranton tomorrow as well. So he's dedicated, committed, and fully appreciate that as we head towards a home stretch of this season. All right, so they've sorted out the penalties, 5-on-5. As now the Lions trying to work this around. This is now D'Alto entering the zone, throws it towards net, and it's patted away by Pero. Along the backboards there. Now Hoer with this. And now D'Alto jabbing at that puck, trying to get it. Taken away, though, by Lipinski. That puck rolls into the Lion zone where Teachin takes control of it. Across now for Travis Benny. And into the glove of Pero. He'll just decide to hold on. And this has to be tough now for both teams with two players in the box. And they haven't put any time up on the scoreboard, so they're likely done for the period. Yeah, the penalties came at 8:16, so yeah, the two players on each side can't come back onto the ice. Face-off one. Comes loose. Backhand try. And a save by Pero. Martin on this. It comes loose. And a pass up for Hilliard. Hilliard calling for it. The shot, tough angle. Good save by Lajewski. It bounces off of him and over the boards for a stoppage in play. 42.4 seconds left in this period. Shots on goal 27-16 in favor of the Lions. Face-off won by the Highlanders. Trying to control is Hilliard. Looking for the puck. It's at their feet. And Anderson able to come out with it. Anderson with a good tape-to-tape pass to Martin. Dan Martin has Dimmick with him, and offside is Dan Martin after he was hit after dishing the puck off to Dimmick. And there's 22 seconds flat on the scoreboard. Face off won by Anderson, able to play this back to Teachin. And now Kimak with this, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Lions play this a bit conservative and are going to be happy with the 1-goal lead here. Shouldn't say happy, I'd say satisfied. As Teachin plays this over for Martin, and the clock strikes 0. 3-2 the score in favor of the Lions after 40 minutes of play. 2 goals aside. The Lions with the first 2. Will Dimmick at the 2:56 mark, assisted by Matt Kimak. And then Travis Benny's goal, an absolute laser top shelf power play goal at 10:26, assisted by Mark Teachin. For NJIT in that period, 2 goals coming just about 2 minutes and 30 seconds apart. A goal for Ted Lee, his 3rd goal on the year and 8th point. And a goal from Daniel Mayer, forward converted into a defenseman. His 3rd goal and 7th point on the season, coming at 17-17. And that goal was assisted by Michael Caulfield. We should be a couple seconds away. If it was only 2-minute minors given to the players who went to the box, then they should be coming out of the box very shortly coming into the 3rd period. But I'm going to head down to the scorer's table and we'll sort that stuff out. But at this point in the game, the Lions, little mistakes, and I mean little because they're not fundamental mistakes like they have been having, and they had it especially last week, but they've seemed to overcome those things now. But the penalty to Dimmick, just a retaliation penalty, killed them at that point on that 2nd goal. And the first time around, the defense was just in a crowd of people, it seemed like, right in front of Lajewski, and Lajewski did all he could handle, but a 3rd rebound chance ends up converting into a goal for the Highlanders. So we have a good one here. 3-2 the score through 40 minutes of play. Who's going to sway the momentum in their favor and come out on top in this crucial league game for the Lions? They want to stay in the top 2. For NJIT, they want to kind of start their run and try and get back into the top 6. Who's going to be able to accomplish their goal in this one? The only way to find out is right here on Lions Hockey Live, the 3rd period of action coming up in just a few minutes. Welcome back to the second intermission report here on Lions Hockey Live. Cody Decker back here with you, and want to give you a scoring update for that second period. The first goal coming from Will Dimmick at 2:56, assisted by Matt Kimak. Then at the 10:26 mark, the power play goal from Travis Betty, assisted by Mark Teachin and Ryan Anderson. So now Anderson with a goal and an assist on the night for NJIT in that period. The goal for Ted Lee was assisted by Matthew Lipinski and Michael Crincoli. And then on the second goal, there's a bit of a discrepancy there. I was pretty sure it was Mayer, but it may have been deflected in front. So they have officially at the scorer's table the goal given to William Hoer. So that's his 7th goal on the season, 24th point, assisted by Michael Caulfield. And they give a secondary assist to number 10, Matthew Lipinski. So Matthew Lipinski officially right now with 2 assists on the game. So a couple players making their mark. Might be the guys each team has to depend on in order to make something happen here today and come out with a win. But certainly the momentum has swung in the Highlanders' favor. And you can see after the 2 goals that the Highlanders have and we'll find out in the third period. Looks like my audio cut out there, so let me give my analysis again. At this point, like I said, for the Highlanders, it's about holding the momentum at this point. They seem to be more energetic at the bench than the Lions were. The Lions were certainly deflated to give up those 2 goals, especially with the little mistakes that came with those preceding those goals. But nonetheless, the Lions hold the 3-2 lead here. I'm sure Coach Duco is hammering home the fact that they need to just stick to their game. If they're able to move the puck effectively, as they have been in this game, and they're able to create some high-quality opportunities, then good things could happen for them. Maybe they can get back out to a 2-goal, maybe 3-goal lead like they had earlier in the game. But all in all, it's going to come down to aggressiveness, I think, at this point. And for the Lions defensively, they have to play aggressive against a team that's been coming out firing. They've been coming out with some good shot opportunities, although only 16 shots on goal. They've come out with a lot of speed, and that's caused some fits at points for the Lions defense. So we'll see who comes out with the upper hand in the third period. That third period is coming up in just a few minutes right here on Lions Hockey Live. Stay tuned. And welcome back into Luke's Ice Center. Third period of action coming here between the Lions and the Highlanders. Cody Decker back here with you, and just want to give you a schedule of tonight's matchups in league play. There are 4 of them, including this one. University of Pennsylvania up top of the standings right now, and they are taking on the University of Scranton tonight. That game currently in progress. And 2 other starts tonight for Millersville as they take on Seton Hall. That kicked off at 9:45. And then Westchester, who picked up the win against the Lions last week, is at Rutgers tonight for a 9:50 p.m. start. So all of our games currently in progress right now at a crucial time in the season. And as you saw in the standings right there, they were a bit shaken up just a bit last night. Rutgers jumped to the 4th spot. They have a game at hand with Millersville, and they defeated the Marauders 8-3 last night. So the Highlanders on their feet at the bench. They seem to be really engaged right now and trying to make this comeback complete. And now Suma on this for the Lions at the start of the third, looking to center it, cut out, and taken here by Daniel Mayer, who just sends in. Lions trying to start up the rush here. Dimmick able to get it over to D'Alto and past the middle line. He's just going to dump in, and the Lions will make changes. Sent across. Misjudged there by Coyle. And now Benny on this. He'll play it to the near side, looking to get it to Kelly. Comes out to the circle. Back out towards the Lions bench. Roth throwing it across. The shot and a glove save for Mike Lajewski. 18:35 into the third period. Lions holding on to a 1-goal lead. Highlanders getting some fresh legs out there. And a face-off win for Kelly. Played back to Vidusik. And over for Coyle. A shot thrown on net, but blocked in front. Looking to send towards net again. Cleaned up by the Lions. Comes loose, and a shot just goes wide for Ted Lee. Looking to tack on to his goal total. And now the Lions looking to start up this rush. Punch back towards the Lions zone. Vidusik sends it back the other way. And this one taken by Lipinski. Faces a back check from Coyle. Now looking to send up ice off the takeaway. A shot blocked in front by Kimek. Taken away here. Dan Martin just decides to shovel it out, and the Lions will change their forwards here. As Lee now with a step. Tries to throw a shot on, but disrupted there by Broski. Now Ryan Anderson on this. He'll wind it around. Looking to get it towards Lajewski, but it gets past 2 players, one aside, and Ted Lee hits this up to Hoer. Hoer on the shot. Stick save for Lajewski. Highlanders able to keep in here. Hilliard faces 2 Lions defenders there, and the Lions do get this out of their zone. Paul Roth across for Lyle. Lyle, he make it a little harder on himself to throw a backhand pass in here. As now Benny, who plays up, but Ganta has other ideas there. Comes out towards the slot. Good moves here, but a shot blocked by Williver. Comes out, a shot, and a glove save for Lajewski. 16:28 to go in the third period, and the Highlanders having more opportunities thus far than the Lions in this final period of regulation. Couple mistakes by the Lions, mishandling in their defensive zone. And a weird drop of the puck right there. Guess we'll call it a face-off win for the Highlanders as they control in deep. Comes loose, shot, and came right across the crease. Suma's just going to send down. And Dimmick looking to give chase. Gets past the defender, looks to throw a centering pass on. Comes out to Teachin. Hard pass towards the corner. Now Suma gets hit to the boards at the side of the net. Now Will Dimmick on this. Dimmick drops it back. Teachin up for D'Alto, but past him. Lions able to hold the zone now. Looking to send the pressure back the other way. Punched out. Teachin slap shot, deflection goes wide. Suma punching ahead. Dimmick trying to maintain control. Good job by Suma to try and keep an opportunity alive. He comes with the way with this puck here. A shot and a pad save for Pero. Sent in by Barrera. Lajewski will play this. And now D'Alto on it. Looks to get it to Martin. D'Alto playing this up again, but faces Crincoli, who will drop it back. Sent up ice. Backhand shot deflected, hits off the ceiling. That shot by Lipinski. .52 now in this third period remaining. We're seeing both teams get some good opportunities. Benny now on the opportunity. Plays this up for Kelly. Kelly gets his stick lifted a few times. Plays it into Martin. Martin falling to the ice. Tries to stick with the play here. This one up now for Lee. Lee going to send it to Hoer. Hoer going to throw this puck down ice. Heads past the red line, and it's icing against NJIT. Want to remind you, our next broadcast comes tomorrow from Pittston, Pennsylvania, home of the University of Scranton, and the Lions will travel there for a matinee game on a Sunday afternoon. They're a bit of a rarity in the ACHA, but the Lions with a good opportunity to come away with 2 more points in that matchup if they are able. Dimmick now in the corner. Obviously this game, the result still up in the balance. As this comes out to center, Kimmick going to shovel this with a backhand off of Dimmick's stick. And off the takeaway, James Lyle tries to put it through 2 defenders. It deflects into the corner. And Benny look to play this around. And we're going to say Benny forced it out of play there, and it will stay in the Lion zone to the right of Lajewski. Face-off win for the Highlanders. In deep now, this is Hilliard sending it to the point for Lyle. Lyle and Hilliard working this. Now back behind the cage is Rohan Ganta. His pass taken away by D'Alto. D'Alto off the boards looking to find Suma. Play to the near side, comes out. Teachin looking to send in deep, but a good defensive play by Caulfield. Caulfield losing his stick behind the play. This is Hilliard with it. Sends it up to Ganta, plays it back, drops it back to the circle. Good passing here from the Highlanders. A shot and a good block shot there for Suma. Comes loose, centering try, but Teachin handles that. Jammed at the far side, and the Lions able to get this puck out. Suma fighting hard, able to keep in here. Coyle dropping this back, Teachin on the shot, but he's blocked. It's actually Matt Lajewski out there. Played, and a shot chance for Dugan. My apologies. Now the other way, 2-on-1, shot and a save by Lejewski. Good opportunity first created by Paul Roth. And now the 20th shot on goal for the Highlanders. They're creeping toward the Lions' total of 27. Thrown in deep. James Copeland on this. And they play it back. Christian Cope. They're working along that far side, doing a good job of keeping possession here are the Highlanders. The Korjak gets taken away from them, though. Chip towards center. And now Wong on it. This is Benny on the pickup. Getting it to Kelly. It's off his stick, though. Left in the circle. Taking a shot. And a save by Lejewski. Michael Barrera on that opportunity. And a couple guys are going to go to the box. Kimak is on his way to the sin bin. And also going to go to is James Copeland. Kimak for roughing. Copeland off as well. And what I saw possibly from Copeland was he perceived a quote-unquote cross-check and he fell to the ice, trying to convince the referees that it was a push from behind on him. I don't think it was very convincing. So at the 8:21 mark, they both go to the box. I don't know what to call that penalty on Copeland. And they're sorting out the penalties at the scorers table, deciding if we're going to see some 5-on-5 or 4-on-4. And now the referee having a discussion with the NJIT coach. For NJIT coming up, their next game is not till next weekend. Saturday, February 2nd, they will travel to Pittston to take on the University of Scranton as well. That is a 2 p.m. puck drop for the Highlanders. 2 games next weekend and 2 games the following weekend for NJIT. The Lions with 1 tomorrow, 1 next week on Saturday. And then they will be on the road for their final 2 games of the regular season at Rutgers and at Rowan. Last weekend will be Friday and Saturday, with a lot of the ACHA playing on that following Sunday to round out the regular season. Face-off won here by the Highlanders. We have 5-on-4 because there's also a second TCNJ player in the box. Slap shot there, loose. And a good save by Lejewski. Cleaned up by Teachin. And that one heads out of play. That looks to be Benny in the box, maybe. Can't really tell from this angle. I think I see a 9, but we'll figure it out as we go along. Caulfield on this. Able to drop it back to the point. Played to the far side circle. Looking for a centering pass. Able to get it over to Lipinski. Drops it back. Shot. Just goes wide of the cage. Caulfield dropping back. The shot blocked by Dan Martin, who's really shaken up. But at the end of the play here. Dimmick trying to make something happen, and Martin took a hard shot there. He's going to have to get looked at. Minute left on the penalties. And now Crincoli on it. Crincoli's checked to the boards, but able to get it around to Lyle. Lyle kicking it, and we're going to stop play here as the puck goes into the neutral zone. The net came off the moorings there, so both teams are going to be able to change. Coach Duco a bit frustrated over there. Face-off won here by the Highlanders. It's dropped back for Mayer. Mayer for Lipinski, back to Mayer, across ice. Heller with the shot, but it's blocked and hits off one of the lights. And we learned that Coach Duco's upset about a player in the blue paint, so we'll have to keep that watch. Shot there goes wide for Hauer. Thrown to the near side circle. And Caulfield dropping this back. Hauer cross ice. Mayer. Surveying, looking to throw it across. Caulfield handles. Caulfield's shot blocked. Off of Kelly's stick, but the Lions unable to clear. Now Caulfield on it. Kelly trying to just get a stick on it. And now fresh off out of the box is Matt Lejewski. So that's the player I could not identify. And we are back to 5-on-5. Now, the important part of this is Kimack is still in the penalty box. I'm not really sure if he's allowed to come out or not. And it looks like the answer to that question is no. 9:32 left in the period as the Lions win the faceoff. Benny sent around for Dan Martin. Martin at the near side, and he's trying to continue to play this puck. Good to see Martin back out there, though, certainly. As Dugan loses control, this is up now for Copeland. James Copeland tees up a slap shot, save Lejewski. Rebound chance, and a player crashes into Lejewski, and that's going to force the puck to go out of the zone. .903 left in this third period. The Lions still holding on to a 3-2 lead, but again, NJIT progressively getting better as this game goes on. Now the shots on goal deficit just 3. Face-off won by the Lions. And you can see they've only had 3 shots on goal in this third period thus far. Copeland comes out with it, centers it, shot, and a score! Dennis Sikorjak cutting into the slot, and we are tied at 3. Sikorjak's goal coming at 11:11 into the period. And the Highlanders have completed 3 unanswered goals over the last about 31 minutes of this game. Damick looking to send towards the center of the slot there. Couldn't get it for Matt Lejewski. Kelly coming out with this now, looking to send towards net. Dimick was cutting in there with him. That one sent towards the boards. Able to be kept in by Vidusic. Vidusic sent around for Kelly. And now Matt Lajewski able to get to Kelly. Centering, nobody home though, except Ted Lee to take it the other way. Lee sends it down. Was hit. And now Teachin able to get this up for Patrick Coyle. Coyle across for Kelly. Kelly going to just send towards net. Matt Lajewski was cutting in, but first to corral it was Pero. 7:55 to go in the third, tied at 3. Face-off won by the Highlanders. Played up the far side to Caulfield, looking to get it across, but it's off the stick of Ganta. D'Alto able to send this across the shot, and a save by Pero. Dan Martin, fresh, gets it across. Dimmick, centering, open net, loose shot, scored! Dan Martin, oh, reliable! Make it 5 goals in 4 games for Dan Martin at the 12:29 mark, and the Lions hop right back in front. Maybe the little spark the Lions needed to get control of the game back on their side. Face-off won by the Lions here. They have it, though, deep in their zone after the face-off. Anderson trying to jam at this puck. Now Benny able to play this up. Offside called on J.P. Kelly. $7:11 to go in this third period. The Lions have regained the lead off of a goal from Dan Martin. And the Lions able to do what the Highlanders have been doing well all game, staying with the play. Initial shots just pounding towards that crease, and they had a couple players in, couple shot opportunities, and finally Martin sealed the deal. Kimak is out of the box now. And Anderson is hit by Roth in the neutral zone. Copeland can't handle there, and now Lyle will just send this in deep of the Lions' defensive zone. Benny on this. He's going to take it himself here. Benny gets past the defense, throws a shot on, and a save for Pero. Sent up. And no icing call here. They said there was a deflection, I believe. Benny up the far side. Now Suma gets hit to the board. Shot thrown on, and a stick save for Lajewski. D'Alto trying to make something happen there. Plays it off a defender. Good enough here. This is Will Dimmick. Dimmick on the shot, and it goes wide. Penalty coming here against the Highlanders. Lions get the extra attacker on center, and they score! Dan Martin again! In the slot, cutting in. They got the extra attacker on. And the Lions double their lead. At 14-11, goals separated by 1 minute and 42 seconds. I know the ice isn't really moving, but I'm seeing the ice tilt and tilt and tilt in many different directions in this game thus far. What a great job by Dimmick. Able to stay with the play there. Tell you what, when Dimmick has the puck in his hands, he certainly knows how to handle it, as he blocks a shot right there. losing his balance, able to throw on a centering pass for Martin into the slot area. And Martin does the job. Teachin looking to drop this back. It's taken away. Up ice now for Caulfield. Caulfield slides to the ice. Collides with Benny in the process. Now up here for J.P. Kelly. Looking to get it to Martin, but it gets to Teachin. The slap shot was deflected and goes wide of the net. Sent down. And Michael Lajewski will play this and get it over to Teachin. Dan Martin's 6th goal now in 4 games. As Benny gets this up now to Andrew Suma. Drops it back. Over background for Suma on the shot. Tough angle. And sealed off by Pero. Lions are on the power play here, and I just realized it. In the box is Christian Cope. So we're a minute 15 into the penalty. Lions with the man advantage today, 1-4-3. Now shorthanded. Trying to make something happen there for the Highlanders was Crinkoli, excuse me. So the Highlanders getting some good pressure on here shorthanded. Meanwhile, Suma gets through the defense, 3-on-3 here. As he crosses up with Matt Lajewski, is able to throw a pass off to him. Lajewski to Suma, now to the point. Slap shot for Kelly, back on defense. And another penalty coming here against the Highlanders. Lajewski off, but it's touched up. A slashing call coming here. And for 1 second, it'll be a 5-on-3 for the Lions. Slashing call coming here against James Lyle. And there's 3:50 remaining in this third period. So 1 for 4 now on the power play are the Lions. This now is going to be their 5th chance. Hand pass called here against NJIT. And the puck will stay in the Highlanders zone. Minute 50 left on the penalty to Lyle. And 3:40 to go in the third. Face-off won here by the Highlanders, but comes out and that slap shot just goes wide for Benny. Teachin, able to play it up. Working it with Martin on that far side. Sent towards that deflection and almost came to Martin and he almost had a hat trick. Dimmick plays it back. Benny, shot, pad save, Pero. Back out for Benny now with it. Able to send in deep to Martin. And now Dimmick with it. Dimmick sends towards net deflection. And a great save for Pero as he shuts the door. And that's Dan Martin right at the near side post. 3:01 to go in the period. 1:11 left on the 5th power play chance for the Lions. Face-off won by the Lions. Kimak on this. He will just throw it in deep. And Matt Lajewski is on it. Suma and Lajewski working this along the near side. Lajewski gets to the point for Kimak. Kimak with a shot. Deflects wide. Kelly back to the point for Kimak. Kimak with the shot. Thrown into slot. Matt Lajewski looking for a shot there. Comes out to Kelly. Gets it across for Suma. Suma now to Kimak. Kimak with the shot. Blocked in front. Kelly for Kimak. Sends toward the backboards. Matt Lajewski throws a backhand pass for Kelly. He's checked, but Matt Lajewski able to keep the play going here. He's shielded off, able to come away with the puck, though. Sends it over to Suma with a shot. Not enough on it, though. Suma looking for a centering pass. Pad save, rebound, comes out to the Highlanders bench. Kept in, though, by Kelly. Great pressure here from the Lions as they send it across. Suma with it. We'll send it up to Matt Lajewski. Nice shift for the Lions on the power play. Didn't result in a goal, but they ran away a lot of time there. Good individual effort here from Lipinski, and he's going to be tripped up by Kimak. Kimak at 18-20 called for tripping. Maybe one last-ditch effort for the Highlanders. They are going to pull Pero here, and they're going to call a timeout in the process as well. Highlanders so far on the power play today, 1 for 3. And they need a goal here to try and tie this game once again. Perfect time to ask you to stay tuned for the Lions Hockey Live post-game show coming up after the final horn. We'll talk to Coach Duco and the player of the game, along with analysis of this one and a preview of tomorrow's matchup at the University of Scranton. Make sure you tune in as well to the Lions Hockey Live channel. I've been publishing some highlight packages of the broadcast. So if you've missed a game and want the gist of all the scoring and some great saves, make sure you tune into the channel and check out those highlight packages. After the timeout, face-off won by the Lions. Again, 6-on-4 here. The Highlanders with the extra attacker out. Pero is at the bench. Hoer sends this across. Sent towards the slot, deflects wide. And the whistle is blown here. The net comes off the moorings here. And Mike Lajewski looking for a case here. Is it Coach Duco is right with him, saying that it's one of the Highlanders players that's been knocking the net off. Meanwhile, Hoer going to send this across. Back to the point now for Hoer. Gets it to the circle. Caulfield with a shot, blocked by Betty. 1:10 left in the third period. Again, the goalie has been pulled for the Highlanders. Sent to the point. Hoer, slap shot, traffic, and it goes wide. Sent towards net, deflection, and a good job by Lajewski to fight that off. 50 seconds left in the period. Cross-ice pass for Hoer. Hoer with the shot, deflection, goes wide. Picked up here by Mayer. Mayer to the corner. And a penalty coming here. Interference call. And they didn't blow the whistle right when NJIT touched it up, but the penalty is going to be on them. It's Michael Crincoli going to the box for the third time today. This time for goalie interference at 19:21. So they're going to have to send Pero out. We're going to have 4-on-4 for the remainder of regulation. .39 seconds remaining. The Lions holding on to a 5-3 lead right now. Anderson with a face-off win, plays it back to Teachin. Teachin in for Anderson. And Anderson just kind of hanging around there, and looks like the puck got underneath him. Ran off about 15 seconds there, 24.4 remaining in this third period. Face-off is going to come at the blue line on the near side, near the Highlanders zone. Face-off is won by Anderson. Played back to Teachin. 20 seconds left. Teachin across for Dugan, and he'll just send it into the Highlanders zone. Punched out. Handled by Teachin. 2 steps of the triple header completed by the Lions this weekend. They pick up another 2 points. And they win this one by a score of 5-3. Excellent game here tonight by both teams. I told you in the opener, NJIT's been playing the really good teams in the league tough. And they certainly did that again tonight. Dan Martin's 2 goals in the period after a tying goal from Dennis Sikorjak is able to secure 2 points for the Lions. And that really separates them from the rest of the pack. I'm not sure of any results tonight, but I'm going to take a look here at the current standings. And with the 2 points, right now, depending on the University of Pennsylvania and Scranton game tonight, the Lions do jump into first place with 24 points. 12-4 now in 16 games played on the season in league play. If UPenn ended up getting a win tonight, then they're still in first place with 25 points and also 12 wins in league play. But TCNJ and University of Pennsylvania possibly separating themselves from Princeton, who has 21 points and is in third place and has already played 17 games in league play. They only have 1 game left. So it could be now that Princeton can only do as best as number 3 going into the tournament come February. But there's a lot to sort out and a lot of games to be played until all that seeding can be decided. But the Lions certainly have a leg up in trying to get that first round bye, a crucial 2 points. We're going to analyze it all. We'll go through all the scoring with you. We'll talk to Coach Duco and our player of the game coming up on the Lions Hockey Live postgame. And we'll also preview tomorrow's matchup as the Lions will travel to Pittston, Pennsylvania to take on the University of Scranton. Postgame up next right here on Lions Hockey Live. Welcome back into Luke's Ice Center for the Lions Hockey Live postgame. Tonight, the Lions able to have a crucial 2 points converted and a big victory against NJIT by a score of 5-3. In a game that had really a tale of 2 periods between the first and second. The Lions came out to a 1-0 lead after the first, but after that, obviously the Lions getting the 2 goals to start off the second period, Dimmick on a goal and Benny with a goal as well on the power play. But then from there, as the ice tilted to one side, gradually the Highlanders were able to tilt it to the other side. 3 unanswered goals for them to tie the game at 3, and that puts us to 11-11 into the third period, so about maybe 9 minutes left in the game. And Dan Martin, difference maker, solid puck handler, right place, right time, in a really good position. And he's able to put together 2 goals. The second one with great help from Will Dimmick, who was losing his footing, fell to the ice, was still able to deliver a centering pass before he ultimately falls to the ice. And he does an incredible job of sticking with the play. Dan Martin was coming onto the ice fresh, came right through the slot area, and he was able to pot that goal to put the game out of reach to that point. So for the Lions, tell you what, I'm looking at the last couple of games, and the most important thing is they need to score goals. I mean, that's just the name of the game for them, and there's big players involved. Obviously, Dan Martin's been on a good stretch. Like I said, 6 goals in the last 4 games for him. Ryan Anderson is really coming along. He's, in the right position at a good time, centering that third line. And traditionally, when you talk about a third line, you don't talk about them as much because they don't get as much time on the ice as maybe the first and second lines do. But Coach Duco has so much confidence in Ryan Anderson and loves his game, loves the way he carries himself. That's so important to a team like this running these 3 forward lines right now. And for Ryan Anderson, a goal and an assist in today's game, I mean, that's some good stuff from Ryan Anderson. And I'm literally trying to just kind of catch my breath after that game because it was exactly as I said, back and forth, tilting the ice one way, tilting the ice back another way, and then the Lions just able to seal the deal with the help of a few penalties at the end from NJIT. But again, it's teams that convert like this in the big moments. These are the teams that are going to have the edge up going into conference tournaments and have the better chance of making their mark in the conference tournament and playing well. So credit to NJIT. They came out and they played extremely well. They've played a lot of close games this season. I saw a lot of 1-goal decisions in all of their games this season. They continue to play the really good team stuff. Tough, I should say. They played Scranton tough in the first matchup. They'll play them again next week. They play University of Pennsylvania tough. And then that's a credit to that program. They have a lot of good skaters out there, a lot of great individual guys. But it came down to a little bit of miscues, a little bit of miscommunications at times, and just some tough mistakes. And that came to their downfall here today, especially towards the end of that third period. So we're going to step aside right now as Coach Duco and our player of the game seem to be making their way up the ice, or around the ice, I should say, and up to the box. So we'll talk to Coach Duco and our player of the game up next right here on the Lions Hockey Live postgame. Stay tuned. One more thing before we go to break. Again, I'm going to throw out the updated standings for you. Right now, TCNJ is in first place in the Colonial States Collegiate Hockey Conference, and that's barring some you know, depending on the result of the University of Pennsylvania game tonight, they may have jumped them to first place and have been on a lead, have gone on a lead in front of them by a point, but we'll see what happens with that. And right on cue, my guests are up here at this time. What's up? No, we're good. We're good. Coach Duco is going to come on first. Coach, congratulations on the win. Again, another big 2 points tonight. This game was definitely a lot different than last night, though. Momentum one way, then another way.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's a credit to NJIT and how hard they actually played. But for a guy like Dan Martin to get 2 goals at the end there, that's obviously huge for you guys, but he's been playing like that well. 6 goals in the last 4 games for you guys.
Yeah, Dan comes out every game and does his job. Even when he's not on the score sheet, he's always doing his job. And we're really lucky to have him in the lineup. And he finds ways to help the team every night. Tonight, he needed the help on the scoreboard with some goals. Tomorrow it'll probably be something else. But you know, good showing for the boys, and they're just finding ways to win.
Now, right now, you guys have 24 points. You've won 12 out of 16 in league play, which right now is fantastic. But is it kind of just taking one game at a time at this point? I mean, this is probably the most crucial stretch of the season for you guys.
Yeah, you know, this weekend we decided to pretend we were in the playoffs and take each game like it was the quarterfinal, the semifinal, and championship. So one and done, you know.
All right, now back here live with Dan Martin here on the Lions Hockey Live postgame. Dan, congrats on the win. Let me ask you, obviously this game, a bit of back and forth between the two teams, and it was getting chippy on the ice sometimes, but when it all came down to it, you're able to put 2 goals in the back of the net there in the 3rd period. How does that feel for you to be the deciding factor in this game?
It feels great. I feel like we're playing our best hockey right now. Dimmick made 2 great passes to me in the slot, and it's nice to bury them.
Now let's talk about playing with Will, because obviously Will is your top point scorer on this team and a good leader. Right now the only senior skating on the ice for you guys as well. So what's it like playing with him, and just how big of an impact is it that you get to play with him and he gets to help you be successful?
He's a really special player. He sees the ice completely different than everyone else out there. I'm just looking to get open in front of the net, and he sees me easily.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you, because, again, you've been scoring points like crazy, it seems like, over the last couple of games, even towards the end of the fall and now into the spring. Do you have a little bit of a different confidence level than maybe you had earlier in the season, or are you just trying to go through the motions as usual and just trying to take care of business as usual?
I try to play the game the same way as I always have been, but it just feels like I've gotten a few more bounces, and I feel like our team's playing a little bit better than we were at the beginning of the season. Freshmen are really starting to step up. We're playing well.
Now, let me ask you, too, obviously, this is a big stretch for you guys. You guys get 4 points out of a possible 4 now, and possible 2 points tomorrow against Scranton. To know that your team, rebounded from last week, now put 2 wins on the board, has a chance to make a clean sweep of it tomorrow. How important is it now that you guys are getting the wins that you need at the right time and that you could possibly position yourself for a first-round bye come playoffs?
It's pretty important. We know from last year how hard it is to play the first day, and having that bye is huge. So tomorrow's going to be a big game, and I hope we're ready.
I hope you guys are ready, too. Would love to call another win, but obviously Scranton's going to be tough. Most important things to you going into tomorrow and things you can build off of?
Just getting down to simple stuff, getting shots on net, playing good defense. The simple stuff will win us the game.
All right, Dan, thank you very much for coming on. Our player of the game, Dan Martin, congratulations. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks.
All right, that's Dan Martin. And that's going to wrap it up here on the Lions Hockey Live post-game show from Luke's Ice Center. The Lions complete a 5-3 victory over the NJIT Islanders. Tomorrow from Revolution Ice Center in Pittston, Pennsylvania, the Lions will travel to take on the University of Scranton, another league game for the Lions. And they will look to complete a 6-point weekend, which would be huge for them in their quest for a first-round bye. Cody Decker here, signing off from Luke's Ice Center for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow for the matinee game. 3:15 puck drop. Pre-game around, let's say, 3 o'clock. We hope to see you there. Tune in tomorrow. Big game. We'll see you there on Sunday afternoon hockey. Good night, everybody.